Syracuse, New York. President of SUNY Upstate Medical University insists a deal she made to pay her former hospital CEO $660,500 in state money to do consulting work is not secret, even though she refuses to say what work, if any, he did. Dr. Danielle Laraque-Arena defended the non-disclosure agreement she signed with Dr. John McCabe, calling it a standard employment practice. Laraque-Arena insisted during an interview the agreement that prohibits McCabe from discussing the deal's terms is not secret because Syracuse.com obtained a copy of it through a Freedom of Information law request. "I can tell you that the Dr. McCabe agreement was not secret and hush-hush. It was an agreement that was a fair one and respectful of his past service," she said. During an interview she repeatedly said Upstate is open and transparent. When asked what consulting work, if any, McCabe did, Laraque-Arena refused to say, calling it a personnel issue. She also refused to release monthly reports the agreement required McCabe to file with Upstate explaining what work he did as a consultant. Syracuse.com has requested those reports from Upstate in a pending Freedom of Information law request. It was the first time Laraque-Arena publicly commented on the non-disclosure agreement she and McCabe signed. Dec. 30, 2016. Disclosing records in response to Freedom of Information law requests offers a degree of transparency, said Robert Freeman, Executive Director of the State Committee on Open Government. But a primary way of communicating to this day involves speech and conversation and elucidation regarding the real meaning of whatever a record may be, Freeman said. It is unfortunate that people both in government and in the private sector in so many instances refuse to talk. Under the deal, SUNY agreed to pay McCabe $660,500 to do consulting work for another year after he stepped down as hospital CEO in early 2017. In exchange, McCabe had to quit the Upstate faculty and medical staff, never work at Upstate again even as a volunteer, and stay off the campus except to use Upstate's library. He also agreed to never sue Upstate. With the SUNY hush agreement, McCabe, who wanted to teach at Upstate after stepping down, has said he took the agreement as SUNY's message to disappear. These types of confidential agreements are commonly used in the private sector to settle employer-employee disputes. Experts say their use by public, government agencies like SUNY subject to Freedom of Information laws raises ethical and legal questions. After Syracuse.com reported on the McCabe agreement, State Sen. John DeFrancisco, R. DeWitt, introduced a bill that would prohibit government agencies in the state from using non-disclosure agreements. The bill says the SUNY agreement with McCabe would have remained secret had Syracuse.com not obtained a copy of it through a Freedom of Information law request. "I don't think that's the right way to do business," DeFrancisco said. "No public contract should ever have a requirement of non-disclosure." United University professionals, the union representing faculty and other professionals at Upstate, also criticized SUNY's use of the non-disclosure agreement to create the $660,500 consulting job. "What to me was disturbing is there appeared to be a lack of any real duties being performed," said Fred Koval, UUP president. "Obviously someone who is being compensated by the hospital through state dollars needs to service the hospital, patients and the educational mission of Upstate." Upstate announced in January 2017 McCabe was stepping down as CEO and it was appointing an interim CEO to replace him. There was no mention in the announcement McCabe would stay on in another position. "Do we put in a press release every decision we make? No," Laraque-Arena said. "Do we put out press releases about internal decisions with respect to personnel? No. But that doesn't mean it's secret. Contact James T. Mulder anytime, email, Twitter, 315-470-2245. How SUNY used $660,500 hush deal to make Upstate Hospital CEO disappear. DeFrancisco wants to ban use of hush agreements by government agencies in NY. SUNY hush agreement runs afoul of freedom of information laws, expert says.